Stringer. Brendan, it's Ian Stringer here. I hope you can hear me. Good evening.
Hi, Ian. Yeah.
Congratulations on the win. You seem to control that one, but I'd like to start with your start, if you wouldn't mind. Fulham seems to want to press, but you seem very, very energetic, and I guess you're particularly pleased with Kelechi Iheanacho's contribution. A wonderful goal.
Yeah, I thought it was an excellent win for us. Ian, you only need to look at Fulham's record over this last 10 games or so. How hard they have been to beat, and especially in some of the big games that they've played. So we knew it was going to be a tough game. But yeah, tonight was really about a mixture between pressing the game and closing the lines. We scored 2 goals of great quality in the first half, totally different. The first one we counter-pressed, won the ball back, and then a brilliant cross from Maddison, and delighted for Kells because he makes great contact and scores. And then the second one was a different type of goal again. Played quickly, good possession, played through their gaps. And then we had our left back getting up there to support and show him great energy and to score for 2-0. Second half, we can just drop our lines in, control the game, not give away so much, and manage the game, which this team is improving at all the time.
James Justin turned in striker for a second. Lovely composure to finish the ball into the back of the net. He won man of the match again tonight, Brendan. He's a shining light for you this season, James Justin.
Yeah, he's been amazing. Since Ricky obviously went out of the team, the number of positions that the boy has played for me and the robustness of him. And I actually said to him tonight, because the first games you remember when we lost, we get done in the counter-attack too easy a few times. And when you don't have Wilf playing, it's hard to let both fullbacks go. But so we asked him just to deny the space a little bit more so that they don't break out so much and in the right moments go. And to be fair to me, he went probably in exactly the right moment and gets up and scores a brilliant goal at the end of it. So yeah, he's been phenomenal for us and a great example of a young player coming in, investing his time to learn off the top players. And then when he comes into the team, he's been sensational, really.
Takes a lot of football intelligence to do that, doesn't it? So huge credit to him. Huge credit also, Brendan, we thought, should go to Hamza Choudhury. You by your own admission and from the northeast, there were rumblings that there could be a move. The move didn't happen because we know you didn't get a player in. I hope to chat with you about that in a few moments' time. But 48 hours ago, he was thinking, should he be packing his bags? He didn't. The focus he must have shown for you to say, right, you're in the first team, you're starting away at Fulham, to then put the kind of display that he put in. You must be really pleased with that, not only on the pitch, Brendan, but mentally how Hamza Choudhury has managed the last 48 hours of his life.
Yeah, no, he's been terrific. I think it's one, like I said, I said earlier in the window, he's not a player that we want to lose. Of course, he's a very important player for our squad, but of course, all players want to play. So we were going to grant him that possibility if we could get someone in. But I said to him on the Monday after training and sort of framed it for him really in terms of, look, listen, you may not get out. And if you don't, you're playing on Wednesday night. And that shows you how important you are to us, that you don't get out, you're going to be playing our next Premier League game. So yeah, he had an hour. I thought he'd done really, really well, considering he hasn't played for a period of time. But yeah, he showed great quality in there alongside Yuri. Broke the game up, passed it simple, and put in a hell of a lot of work.
And it was a pretty quiet transfer deadline day for you, Brendan. Was that to be expected as the day played out, or were there possibilities of late moves?
No, I said throughout the window that it was going to be difficult for us, Ian. But we'd only want to bring someone in if they were going to really help us and enhance the squad that we have. So, like I said, there was Hamza's situation. We'd 1 or 2 possibilities around bringing a midfield player in, but it just wasn't going to work out for us. So yeah, we didn't end up bringing anyone.
I know we'll speak to you slightly closer to the Wolves game. Finally from me, Brendan, just on Jamie Vardy and Wilfred Ndidi. Is there you mentioned there may be possibilities for Jamie for the Wolves game, and maybe Wilfred would be a bit longer. Is that still the case? Is Jamie Vardy possibly back for Wolves?
Yeah, well, both those boys were very hopeful that they'll be back for the weekend, which is great news for us. Spoke to the medical team today, and they've been working outside really, really well. So with another, few days training, you still got 3 days to go. Yeah, we're very confident they'll be involved, which will be a huge boost for us.
Congratulations tonight, Brendan. Thank you for your time.
Cheers, Ian. Thank you.
Okay, Brendan Rodgers there. Sorry, Johnny, was that me? Can you hear me, Brendan? Sorry.
Yes, Rob, yeah.
Hello, mate. I wanted to ask you about that second goal specifically, because there are an awful lot of players involved. And I wonder whether you think that's the best team goal you've scored this season.
Yeah, off the top of my head, yeah. I thought it was, really good positioning on the pitch. We couldn't go forward, played it back, worked it out to the side, then played through the thirds. And obviously, you need great technical quality and great energy to score that type of goal. And I thought it was outstanding in terms of playing through their press and their pressure, and then to end up with your left back rounding the goalkeeper and finishing with that composure at the end of a 70, 80 yard run was fantastic. Now, I just watched that game before I came out, Rob, and I'm delighted for the players, and it shows the real quality.
Yeah. And it was Kelechi that started that with the turn and pass, and he scored one as well. So in terms of taking his chance, has he impressed you tonight?
Yeah, I think you gain a lot of confidence from tonight. He's a young player that's worked very, very hard. His last Premier League start he had was against Palace. He missed a penalty and probably knocked his confidence a little bit. But over these last numbers of weeks, just try to get him going again, because he works so hard every single day. And it's very, very difficult. You're playing behind Jimmy Vardy, who's one of Europe's leading strikers. Strikers get the confidence from scoring goals. But we just said to him that you just keep working hard. You're going to get opportunities. And I thought his header was brilliant. He's had to adjust for it and get a good contact on it. And then throughout the game defensively, he was tactically very good for us. So yeah, you see him right at the very end. He's made a great block, and that shows he gives everything for the team. And yeah, we're all delighted for him.
Last one from me. James Maddison, apparently, that's the first time he's provided 2 assists in a Premier League game, which is staggering when you think about the number of chances he's created and the number of assists he has. But he showed again tonight, didn't he? If you give him an ounce of space, he will hurt you.
Oh no, he's got immense quality. I think the cross that comes in, if it's Kevin De Bruyne, everyone will be talking about it. It's an unbelievable cross. Just his ability. In fairness to James, he's created lots of moments for the team, and we haven't quite got the finish, whether it's been from a last pass, whether it's been from a corner. But his skill on the edge of the box as well for the second goal, where it looks like he's going to shoot it, chucks it back, times his pass. And he's an absolutely outstanding young player, and I'm so happy he plays in my team.
Okay, Tom Colonossi, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Tom.
You mentioned James Maddison there, but how impressed were you again with Yuri Tielemans? Every time we see him, he seems to put a more and more complete performance in.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant tonight. In all honesty, I think he's with the ball, his quality. Whether his decision making is so good. Whether to play it first time, whether to dribble with it into the space, but also his communication. You heard him talking throughout. His game management was so good this evening, and he's been outstanding for us all year. And for 23 years of age, to play with that level of understanding of the game and quality, again, I'm very happy he's in my team.
Okay, Jordan Blackwell, please.
Hi, Brendan. Can you hear me?
Hi, Jordan. Okay.
Hi, Brendan. Can I just ask about Ricardo Pereira? It was his first Premier League start in 11 months tonight. Obviously, he's been out for such a long time. How much football do you think he needs to get to the form that he was at before his injury?
It doesn't really matter, Jordan. The boy, just as long as he's fit and healthy. You've seen him tonight. He's obviously not 100% fit, but that's the only way he's going to get that is through game time and more training. And so he's worked so hard to get back And now you see him coming into the games now, and it's just going to take a little bit of time. But I'm not overly concerned with that. You know, he was effective tonight, and I'm just happy and delighted he's now back for us for this second part of the season.
Okay, Rob Tanner, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Okay, Rob.
Congratulations. I just wondered what the latest was on Wesley Fofana, if you knew a timeline on when he might be back.
The medical guys are telling me probably 4 to 5 weeks. So yeah, it's a shame for him. Been absolutely brilliant for us, but yeah, 4 to 5 weeks is what they say.
Okay, Ian McCullough, please.
Yeah, sorry, Brendan. Do you feel like you're back on track now after the last few weeks? Been a bit of a hiccup in the last game.
Not really, no. No, I think someone asked me before the game, how did I feel with 1 point out of 6? So listen, we're only human, you know. I'll happily take what we're on 42 points after 22 games. So I'll happy with that. I'll focus more on how well the players have done, as opposed to nitpicking and, you know, like I said, the disappointment of the weekend. It's the beauty of this team. If you look over the games and stretch of games, we get over our setbacks. We're realistic. We know we're going to lose games. I've always said, if they weren't human, I'd win every game. But they're going to lose games. So it's how you respond to that setback. And the players responded fantastic tonight with a really good performance and 3 points. So and we'll continue to be that way to the end of the season, and we'll see where it takes us.
Okay, we'll finish
Right,
off.
so thank you.
Cheers, Ian. Thank you.
Finally, one from Zia Adnan, please.
Hi, Brendan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Basically, you have 2 Turkish internationals in your side, in your squad. Çağlar has just come back from an injury. I thought he had a solid game at the back tonight. Cengiz Ünder was a sub again. How do you see those? How do you see their progress? I mean, obviously, Çağlar is actually a very quality player, and he seems to be starting the first 11 all the time regularly now. But Cengiz is, because of his probably age and he's very new to the Premier League, he's often as a sub. How do you see their progress?
Yeah, well, Cags we've seen all of last season. You know, you see how he's progressed into one of the top centre halves in the Premier League. He obviously was out for a long period this season, so it's great to have him back fresh and available to play. And Cengiz just adaptation to the Premier League. He's shown moments of quality for us. It's difficult for him because there's other players in his position that understand the Premier League. But he's still a very important player for us. And this second part of the season, I think we'll see that. But having competition in the squad is very important for me. And he obviously adds that competition. And I think he's really enjoying his time.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Well done, aren't we?